The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. Harris has it, throws to second, caught there, close play, and they do get the force out. Very close play. Duncan slid in. Davidson thought about a relay throw to first base, but held on to the ball. So that's the first out of the inning. And here's Brett Sullivan, El Paso's DH, who's 0 for 1 with the strikeout swinging back at the first. 2-1 Las Vegas. Joe takes off. Hoagland steps off the mound, throws the ball, caught by Hernandez. The tag is in time. Here comes Pete Zamora to argue from the dugout. Joe thought he was safe. Matt Adams thought he was safe. And Pete jogs out of the dugout. Now walks on the infield. He wants to find Charlie Welling, the third base umpire. And Pete is pointing. Fans all believe that this call is incorrect. And Pete Zamora getting fired up here. Pete has never been thrown out of a home game. He's been thrown out of a couple of road games. And we'll see on the replay here. Connor Joe slides, the throw very high, and he was safe. At least is what I'm seeing here. Let's see, when does Hernandez tag him? Joe slides, and it looks like the foot is in there. Matt Adams now is talking to the third base umpire. Matt Adams, the third base coach for the Chihuahuas, has Matt been thrown out of the game? I was looking at the monitor for a moment to see the replay, and Matt Adams is now talking to the third base umpire, Charlie Welling. And Matt Adams now walking toward the dugout. I believe we have our first Chihuahuas ejection of the season. Matt Adams coaching third base. And Vinny Lopez, a Padres instructor who is coaching first, is going over, offering to coach third.
At least addressed. Here's Garrett Stubbs. First pitch is bunted left of the mound. Tidwell picks it up with a bare hand throw to first. Is not in time. What? So Garrett Stubbs reaches on an RBI single, and it's 4-1.
Oh, I've never
mean,
seen anyone more out in my life.
Well, we better be correct on this. I mean, Stubbs was hustling. I think that was almost predetermined. It looked like Stubbs was going to easily get there.
Oh.
I do think he was out, but it was closer than the original call indicated.
I mean, this whole sequence is unfortunate. That should have been a strikeout looking if Buddy Kennedy doesn't get the chance to challenge because he waited and looked in his dugout. He gets on base, and then all of a sudden Stubbs does this. He might be safe.
It's tough because that replay mark is in the way. And Dick Scott now talking to the home plate umpire as well. Maybe, again, going back to the Kennedy challenge. And now Dick Scott's been ejected. I'll tell you what, Dick Scott is not someone who normally gets ejected. So for him to be thrown out here. Hot mics.
Steamy hot tonight.
I think this is the first time Dick Scott's ever been ejected. So he was in the dugout. I mean, Dick's in the dugout, says one final word, walks in, and then gets thrown out. Darius Ghani, who's the crew chief, I'll tell you what, Dick does not get ejected. Like, Dick Scott does not get ejected. So if he's going to get ejected, he's going to get some money's worth.
Against the Yankees, winning those games. Here's the 2-2 to Harris with 2 on and 2 out. Glasnow delivers. Fastball. And that is, did he go? There he went. Harris can't believe it. They appeal at first on the check swing. Darius Ghani said he went. Harris can't believe it. But that's it. That's the call. And that strikeout does end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the first for Glasnow, but the Aviators no runs on a total of 2 hits.
mean, and back to the Harris ejection, just based on the look that we got on the replay, not only was he facing away from Charlie Welling, he was bending over and taking off the leg guard. He probably just sent something under his breath, and in the first inning, seems like a quick hook to me.
Fastball foul back. 1-2. Anyway, they are without the services of Brett Harris for the rest of the evening.
2-2 pitch. Left-hand batter takes a called third strike at the top of the zone on the outside corner. Termarr oh, he just got ejected from the game. Oh my goodness, the home plate umpire, Elliot Melton, did not like the way that Johnson reacted to that called third strike. Altoon's manager has come down the third baseline to talk to the home plate umpire. And I got to say, that's a bit of a quick trigger.
Whew. First at bat of the week, I'd call that pretty quick. You don't know what the conversation looks like, but Termarr's a guy that usually keeps a pretty upbeat spirit, so it's pretty surprising, and I think that's what manager Andy Fox is trying to get across here, that it's the bottom of the first inning. Tough to throw a guy out for that.
Shirley Johnson's contention is that pitch was high, so we will see who ends up coming in to play second base for the Curve.
3-2 on Watson. And the pitch is a fair ball down past the bag at first. Watson doesn't even know he's not running it out, and they throw to first and get him out. Oh, boy, this is going to cause some frustration out of that Rubber Ducks dugout. Horwitz came towards the bag to field the ball. Watson thought it was completely foul. It was signaled fair by the first base umpire, Jalen Goodman. The ball was off the mid of Horwitz and into foul territory. But they're getting out on the play. There's one away. Jorge Burgos is next. Not much of an argument there. I thought Watson would plead his case a little harder. Completely thought it was a foul ball. Never looked up to see that it was a fair ball. And now here's the argument coming from Akron's dugout as the home plate umpire Elliot Melton just shared a word in their direction. And interesting here, we have a new center fielder running out for Akron. Guy Lipscomb has come into the game in the spot of Khalil Watson, who was thrown out at first base on that ball that he thought he had hit foul in the last half inning. There was certainly some frustration from him in the dugout, and I wonder if in between innings there might have been an ejection, or if this is just manager Greg DeCenzo making a substitution. But he's out there right now sharing some what looks to be frustrated conversation with the third base umpire, Stone Garver.
Yeah, hey, this conversation ongoing here where I guess Greg and Stone Garver were chatting away at the end of the inning, because I don't think Greg's gone back to the dugout since the end of the half inning, and Lipscomb went in to play at center field. It's a little early for umpires and managers to be spending so much time with each other. Let's do this in July or August maybe.
Well, for what it's
11 for 26. There goes Lindo off towards second. Ground ball hit towards the second baseman, McCarty. Fields it cleanly. Throw to first in time. The throw to third is not in time. Lindo slides in safely, taking an extra 90 feet. McCarty at second base took his time. And before the Fisher Cats knew it, Lindo was racing towards third. Two away for the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. Yoshida in his last at-bat in the bottom of the third ripped an RBI single. Fisher Cats manager Brent LaValle out to have a chat with Elliot Melton over at third base. The throw beat Lindo, but Lindo slid right around the tag. We're looking at the replay right now. McAdoo held his glove out, but I think he missed him with the tag. Go-ahead run on third base, bottom five, 1-1 our score. 3-0. Fastball is checked to swing, but didn't go around as they appeal down to the third base umpire, Elliot Melton. Ball 4. Yoshida works the walk. Second walk surrendered by Watts Brown tonight. 2 outs, runners on the corners for center fielder Alan Castro. Watts Brown pumps and deals. Fastball, ring him up, strike 3. Catches the inside corner, a late strikeout call from Jalen Goodman. Castro doesn't like it as he heads back to the third base dugout. That ends the inning. 8 strikeouts for Dobbins on the night. So there seems to be something going on down the left field line as the umpires are inquiring about something that was maybe blocking a doorway down the third base side. As we await word, their third base umpire, Elliot Melton, was halfway down the left field line looking at the Sea Dogs bullpen.